For more than 90 years, the Greater Joliet Area YMCA has been a mainstay in our community, providing much-needed programs and services for children, families, and adults living in Will and Grundy counties. Over this past year, a lot has changed, but the Y's commitment has remained the same: to always be here for our community when people need us most, with open arms and caring hearts. In March, the Y, like so many other organizations in our community and across the nation, made the very difficult decision to close its doors and begin exploring new ways to meet community needs. As the devastating effects of COVID-19 swept across the country and landed on our doorsteps, the YMCA quickly mobilized to provide essential services for our community. While our doors remained closed, the Y developed new ways to keep our communities active and engaged through virtual fitness programs, youth development initiatives, community outreach, and daily prayer calls.
When we closed our doors back in March, we opened our arms even wider to provide opportunities for our community to stay connected, really with a focus on caring for our kids, caring for our community, and providing a volunteer and staff experience that we could be proud of.
On June 29th, after a 15-week closure, we reopened our facilities in Joliet, Morris, and Plainfield. To ensure the safety of members, staff, and the community, the YMCA implemented heightened cleaning practices and made modifications to policies and programs to facilitate new safety and social distancing guidelines.
So when the YMCA reopened was definitely one of our best days of the year this year. But to prepare for that, we had to make sure that our environment would be safe for everyone.
For the next 7 weeks, the YMCA welcomed kids of all ages into its summer camp programs. Our teams worked tirelessly to ensure that our campers had a safe and memorable summer. Using the valuable lessons we learned throughout the summer, the YMCA began to plan for the school year to begin. As one of the area's leading before and after school providers, the Y was committed to working with its partner school districts to support students and their families this fall.
So after an incredible summer of providing one of the most unique summer camp experiences that we could have ever dreamed of, we started to transition to provide for our before and after school care for students. And we know that school looks incredibly different this year than what we planned. And so to ensure that we would have services that would support students during their out of school time, we launched the Kids Zone Plus program. And this program is a beautiful example of community coming together to care for our kids. We have incredible partners from our school district providing meals and the food bank providing snacks, to our districts and local churches providing spaces and internet connection, and our staff team just providing that caring environment that we know that all children need to thrive. And we're doing that every day at 10 sites across all of our communities, reaching hundreds of students and making sure that they have a day that includes a full belly, a full mind, and hopefully a full heart.
Like many nonprofit organizations, the YMCA has experienced substantial financial losses and unforeseen expenses as a result of COVID-19. To ensure its mission can continue to thrive and help those in our community who need it most, the Y relies on the charitable support of its donors and grantors.
COVID has been a challenge for everybody. And people, as a bank, we have mortgages, we have car loans with people that are unemployed. We're trying to work with people and help them through this absolutely unprecedented time. And the YMCA, because of the services it provides, needs to continue to provide those even now with all the precautions that are necessary. I would say that as you think of the YMCA and being a very key part of our community for more than 90 years, and you look at what needs to be done to make sure that we have another 90 years, financial support is very important.
The outpouring of support for the YMCA's Mission Strong Fund by the business community, individual donors, and YMCA members has been truly inspiring. But there is more work to be done.
Our resources were severely crimped, cut in half. So you can't operate the way you used to operate. And so we had to be innovative.
Encourage people to think about the YMCA. Even if you're not a member, you should think about the YMCA for the impact that it has on the community and so many families. A great part of what the YMCA does is for young children, for example, who can't afford to be in programs at the Y. There are scholarship funds available to them to participate in these programs. So the Y doesn't turn anyone away that wants to participate in something. And I think that speaks to who and what the YMCA is all about.
As this public health crisis continues, the YMCA needs your support more than ever. By making a charitable gift to the Y's Mission Strong Fund, you will ensure that the YMCA can continue to provide much-needed childcare for parents who need to go to work, safe, nurturing spaces for kids to attend school remotely, and outreach to those who are feeling isolated.
We can't do this alone, and partnering is a high value for us, particularly in this era of COVID. There's synergy in people coming together, and us bonding with another organization or another donor or group, they become partners in our mission, and it lightens the load and it increases our effectiveness.
With your support, the YMCA will once again assume its place as a welcoming center, providing residents of all ages with an opportunity to regain a sense of community and connectedness.
It's been critical for the Y to depend on community support for 90 years. Philanthropy has always been a key component of operating a Y.
Thank you to all our generous donors who have already pledged their support to the YMCA's Mission Strong Fund in 2020.
Could not do what we do without the support of every donor, frankly, and trying to raise money to sustain the mission of a great organization that's gone on for 150 years in this country. And it'll continue to evolve in serving critical, desperate human needs. Whatever the community needs, the Y will step in and do.
You too can make a difference for people living in our community, your friends and neighbors. Please consider making a charitable gift to the YMCA's Mission Strong Fund today.